General Hospital spoilers. Brennan's revenge on Valentin poisoning Carly goes too far. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Please subscribe to the channel. General Hospital GH spoilers reveal that Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna will seek revenge on Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart. Almost poisoning Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, will push Brennan too far and leave him ready to strike back in a big way. Of course, GH fans know Brennan already called for a kill order after Valentin targeted him in Germany. Valentin would have eliminated Brennan if Carly hadn't come to his rescue, but now it's Brennan's turn to save Carly. Carly happily grabbed the champagne bottle out of the hallway in the March 14th episode and clearly doesn't suspect a thing. However, Valentin popped up moments later, so it's easy to see that trouble's brewing here. Since Valentin's strangling attempt didn't wipe Brennan off the map, it looks like he's resorted to a sneakier approach. That bottle of bubbly is presumably poisoned, and once Brennan figures out that news, he'll slap Carly's glass out of her hand to stop her from drinking it. You can bet Brennan will fume once he realizes the bottle's tainted. Brennan may quickly become convinced that this is Valentin's doing and double down on his efforts to end his enemy permanently. It's one thing to go after Brennan, but he may draw the line at Carly landing in jeopardy. The thought of Carly almost dying because of Valentin's sneaky plan will surely push Brennan over the edge. Although Brennan often shows off his softer side with Carly, he's got a dangerous side too. That dangerous side should be on full display as a vengeful Brennan takes action. During the week of March 17th to 21st, GH spoilers say Brennan will indeed want payback, so how far will he go to get it? Could Valentin actually face a grim fate thanks to Brennan's next move? Regardless, Brennan will want to retaliate and will make some sinister predictions about the outcome that's brewing for Valentin. It's clear that Brennan will be done putting up with Valentin and the threat he poses. General Hospital spoilers say Valentin and Brennan's feud is about to go off the rails, so stay tuned for updates on whether Valentin will survive. CDL's where you want to be for terrific General Hospital spoilers, updates, and news, so stop by frequently for more GH info. The world of Port Charles is never without its fair share of deception, betrayal, and power plays. But nothing could prepare the town for the shocking revenge that Brennan had planned for Valentin Cassadine. Brennan, an enigmatic figure with ties to secret organizations and a long-standing vendetta against the Cassadine dynasty, was determined to make Valentin suffer in a way no one ever had. His method? Targeting someone close to him, someone he could never afford to lose. That person turned out to be Carly Corinthos. Carly, a woman known for her resilience, strength, and unbreakable ties to both the Corinthos crime family and her own network of allies, had unknowingly become a pawn in Brennan's elaborate scheme. She had always managed to navigate the dangers of Port Charles, but this time she was caught in the crossfire of a war she had nothing to do with. Poisoning, a sinister move. Brennan's revenge was slow, calculated, and ruthless. Rather than opting for a violent attack, he went for something far more insidious: poison. Poison that would not kill instantly but would instead work subtly over time, causing suffering and confusion. It was meant to drive Valentin to the brink of madness, making him watch helplessly as Carly's health deteriorated. The first signs were small: dizziness, unexplained fatigue, and mild nausea. Carly, being the fighter she was, ignored them, pushing forward with her daily battles. Her ongoing rivalry with Nina Reeves, the constant power struggles in her business, and her relentless efforts to protect her family. But soon, the symptoms became impossible to ignore. First, it was thought to be stress, maybe even exhaustion. But when Carly collapsed at the Metro Court, right in front of Sonny Corinthos and Drew Kane, alarms went off. Hospital tests revealed nothing conclusive, which only made the situation more terrifying. Someone was playing a sick game, and it wasn't long before fingers started pointing in different directions. Valentin's desperation, racing against time. Valentin, upon hearing the news, was immediately suspicious. He knew that Carly had been healthy just weeks before, and her sudden decline wasn't a coincidence. His instincts screamed that someone was behind this, but he needed proof. More importantly, he needed to find a cure before it was too late. But Brennan was always a step ahead. Every clue Valentin uncovered led him down a path filled with dead ends. Brennan had covered his tracks meticulously, making it nearly impossible to trace the poison back to him. Valentin's desperation grew as he watched Carly weaken day by day. The usually unshakable woman was now confined to a hospital bed, and the sight of her vulnerability was more than he could bear. Enter Anna Devane. The former spy and longtime ally of Valentin sensed that there was more to the story than met the eye. Using her WSB connections and investigative skills, she uncovered a chilling detail. Brennan had ties to a covert lab specializing in undetectable poisons. Armed with this knowledge, she and Valentin set off on a dangerous mission to track down the antidote. The showdown, Valentin versus Brennan. Tension in Port Charles reached its peak when Valentin finally cornered Brennan at a secluded warehouse on the outskirts of town. Confrontation was electric. Valentin demanded the antidote, but Brennan, reveling in his revenge, refused. "You took everything from me, Valentin. Now you get to feel what it's like to lose." But Valentin wasn't the only one with a plan. With Anna's help, he had managed to get the upper hand, turning Brennan's own allies against him. As the confrontation escalated, sirens blared in the distance. Authorities were closing in. Brennan, realizing he had lost, made one last desperate move, but Valentin subdued him just in time. With Brennan in custody, the antidote was retrieved and rushed to Carly's side. Time was of the essence, and every second felt like an eternity. The aftermath, a town shaken. Carly's recovery was slow, but she was a fighter. Though weakened, she regained her strength bit by bit, thanks to the unwavering support of her family and friends. Valentin, forever indebted to her for being caught in the crossfire, made a solemn vow. He would ensure Brennan never saw the light of day again. Meanwhile, Port Charles was left reeling from the revelation. If Brennan could orchestrate such an elaborate scheme, who else was lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike? As the dust settled, one thing became clear: this was only the beginning.